Despite New South Wales being in lockdown and another 97 COVID cases today, there's still some confusion about the kind of essential shopping you can leave your home for.
The vast majority of retail shops aren't open, they're closed. But there are those shops that are still open which all of us rely on: pharmacists, supermarkets.
It seems Gucci, Louis Vuitton and gift stores to buy Pokemon dolls. 3 weeks into the lockdown, there are still many retailers open for business. The New South Wales government has still not defined what is essential. Instead, they've left it up to business owners and consumers to apply common sense. But the Victorian government took a different approach. Victoria released a detailed list clarifying what is an essential provider, and it includes supermarkets, grocery stores, cafes and restaurants, banks, courts, pharmacies and healthcare providers, as well as petrol stations, mechanics, childcare centres and schools. There are more businesses on this list, but you get the idea. The head of the Australian Retailers Association, Paul Zara, says the messaging from the New South Wales government has been confusing. Some workers claim they don't have much job security, so they continue to show up to work because they've got bills to pay. The corporate regulator has abandoned its criminal investigation into AMP in relation to its infamous fee-for-no-service scandal. This was after the Commonwealth Director of Public Prosecutions told ASIC no charges should be laid against AMP. During the Banking Royal Commission in 2018, AMP was exposed for routinely charging fees to customers who didn't have a financial advisor and therefore didn't actually receive a service. The Commission also heard that AMP lied to ASIC about its actions. The reputational damage led to AMP's chairman, CEO and half its board resigning. Now, the Australian group fitness company F45 has listed on the New York Stock Exchange, and it's now worth almost 2 billion Aussie dollars. F45 began in Sydney in 2012 with one gym. It now has over 1,700 franchises in around 50 countries. Hollywood actor Mark Wahlberg became an investor to try and help pump up the float. Its shares opened at $17 on their first day of trade, but closed a bit lower at $16.20. The Australian share market is struggling for direction and has spent most of today in the red. It's following a weak lead from global markets, and the lockdowns in Sydney and Melbourne certainly aren't inspiring confidence in the market. So the All Ords and ASX 200 are practically flat.